Hey guys, what's going on? We are back with another week of Monday Night Friendlies from ATX VGC. I am Nibs Plays Games, and alongside me is Gemma, Sir Wilson, and Chase, aka Tiki.
How's it going, y'all?
Yeah, so Gemma, do you want to go over what tonight's schedule looks like?
Yeah, for sure. So tonight we have a really special night lined up. We have 3 first-time battlers. In our very first game, we are going to have Lena versus Avi in our junior-senior matchup. In game 2, we will be featuring Charisma versus White Tiger. Game 3 will be the caster battle between Tiki and myself. Then for game 4, we're going to have Nibs versus Bat, who it looks like Bat's hanging out in chat, just dropped some very cool-looking Togekiss. Hey, Coach Sam.
All right, guys, we are back with our third matchup here. It's going to be between 2 of our commentators, Chase versus Gemma. What do you think we're going to have here, Will?
Well, I know what Gemma's bringing because we got to see it played this weekend, and she did extremely well with it. So yeah, I know y'all are going to love what she's using, and I don't know what to see from Chase, but I know it's going to be threatening, and I know he's going to make it a good battle against her.
Well, I do know that we are not allowed to see Milotic with Coil and Hypnosis. So if that pops up on the screen, we're just going to cut to our Be Right Back screen, and Chase will be banned for life.
Promises were made, and we have to keep it.
All right, so it looks like Chase is actually going to bring a pretty cool-looking squad here. It's going to be the Gengar, Bisharp, Rotom Wash, Arcanine, Conkeldurr, and the Amoonguss, also known as Among Us, as that game has gotten pretty popular in recent showings.
Yeah, and Gem's also bringing Gengar and Amoonguss and her team, plus Rotom Wash, plus Arcanine. So almost a full mirror match of some similar types, plus the Alolan Persian and Terrakion to round out the last 2 in her squad. So love to see, we're going to see some overlap no matter what. It's going to be at least one, but I am curious to see what that Bisharp can do.
Yeah, so quick shout out to Gems here. She top cut the first, I think it's the first ever all women's VGC tournament, and this team played really well. She finished 6-2, I think 18th overall, and top cut into the day 2. So that was really, really fun to watch. I know the community was really hyped for her. I'd also like to make a special shout out to Amy Wokflawsy as well, as she went 5-3 with that team that we saw AV using earlier. That was very fun to watch and really cool. Congratulations to both of them for playing very well in the first ever all women's tournament, or tournament as you guys like to say here in Texas.
We do. All right,
we are going to see Chase with the it's the double Gengar lead here, but Chase has the Conkeldurr and Gemma has the Alolan Persian. Oh, Zayblade,
so
thanks for the raid.
Hey, Zayblades. Okay, so we do see from Gemma that this Gengar is more of a support style with the Icy Wind, Will-O-Wisp, and Ally switch. And Alolan Persian tends to have some pretty unique, or some pretty common support moves as well, with like Fake Out and Taunt. But that Fur Coat ability makes it a rather bulky support mon. So just a little bit of damage possibly coming out. And here we go. So we see Persian coming out with the Taunt into the opposing Gengar from Tiki's side. And the other Gengar comes out Icy Wind. Yeah.
Potential speed tie there coming from Gemma's Gengar into Chase's Gengar. Gonna go ahead and get that speed drop, making it so there will no longer be a potential speed tie. Gemma's will outspeed the rest of the way. And was that a close combat we just saw there that did not one-shot the Dark-type Pokemon?
That was a Drain Punch. So Conkeldurr's getting its health back, and it did pretty good damage, did a little bit more than half to the Alolan Persian. So you know it could possibly go down this turn, and the Taunt was effective as it stops Tiki's Trick Room from that Gengar. So that would have been a pretty advantageous move to have the Icy Wind play in his favor with that Trick Room, but the Taunt stomps it. So maybe going to see Gengar make a return later on to set up the Trick Room, unless Chase has another option possibly. I don't don't recall exactly what else could set it up on his team, but looks like Gem's got a little bit of an advantage in this first turn, and she can throw out some damage now.
Yeah, so she's getting pretty close to timer here. Let's see what she opts for. It looks like she does opt for that foul play into the Gengar slot. Not quite going to be enough as that Gengar holds on, getting that cursed body off, so we will not be seeing foul play for the next few turns at least. And that Sludge Bomb goes into the Conkeldurr slot, doing about 25%. And we see an exchange of Sludge Bombs here as that one goes into the Fur Coat Persian, and it is going to be enough to knock it out. Ice Punch coming out from the Conkeldurr, bringing it down into the yellow, and we see the chip damage come off from the Conkeldurr. From that flame damage.
And we saw Chase's Gengar actually got off 2 Cursed Body trip procs against both of Gem's Pokemon, so potentially could get a third. Something's got to take down that Gengar, so maybe we'll see Gengar throw Sludge Bomb back at Chase's Gengar, and maybe it looks like Terrakion can safely go for Conkeldurr against Chase.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the best bet, as you don't want to risk losing that Rock Slide there, but at the same time, Gemma still has not gone for her Dynamax yet. So we do see the Amoonguss switch in. It is the event Amoonguss, it looks like, as it is shiny and a Cherish Ball coming there from Chase, and we do see the Premier Ball coming out from Gemma, which will be the Terrakion Dynamaxing. As we saw, I believe it was a Max Knuckle going into that Conkeldurr slot, now going to be into the Amoonguss slot. Let's see how much damage this is going to do.
It's gonna eat it up. Amoonguss is ready.
So as you predicted there, the Sludge Bomb goes out into the Gengar, and it is going to take Chase's Gengar out, as Gemma wanted to be the superior Gengar there. Max Knuckle going into the Amoonguss does about 15%, I'd say, which isn't too bad.
Bringing down the hammer. The attack boost is definitely worth it, even though it's just residual damage into the Amoonguss. Gengar lives another day safely to go for maybe one more Sludge Bomb or to play some shenanigans against Chase's new Pokemon on the field, which we see the Rotom Wash coming in. And here we go. Let's see what Gemma's going to go for. What do you think that Rotom Wash is featuring? What kind of item there? Possibly.
If I'm Gemma, I'd be kind of afraid of probably a Will-O-Wisp coming from the Rotom Wash going into the Terrakion. I'm not sure. I kind of forget what Gemma's item is on the Terrakion. It might be a Lumberry. If it is a Lumberry, then she's got nothing really to worry about.
Right. Definitely saw some kind of berry. The green would be a Lum, possibly also an Ogboff berry. Not sure if that would be the right restoration berry, but more likely Lum. So definitely in a safe spot if that's the case. All right. Amoonguss going for the Rage Powder. Pretty not surprising. Gonna make the safe move, protect the Rotom for one turn, eat the Sludge Bomb from the Gengar, puts it right at 60% down. And we see the Max Rockfall coming out, and that should pick up the Amoonguss, and there we go. So Chase's Rotom is free to take an attack, or to make an attack, since the Amoonguss took down both of Gem's attacks.
Oh, and we see the nasty plot coming from the Rotom. However, we do see the speed tiers here. It looks like that Rotom went after both of Gemma's Pokemon, which might be a little scary in the end here for Chase.
Yeah, Chase has still got his Dynamax, though. Maybe the Dynamax difference will be enough to keep Rotom around long enough and take out the Terrakion and whatever else Gemma has in the back. Let's see, Conkeldurr comes back out, so we've seen this. We know it's still burned, and we saw that it has Ice Punch as the neutral move for the Gengar. More likely, Conkeldurr will be targeting down the Gengar, and I would assume Rotom's going to go for some kind of most likely Max Geyser into Terrakion, and it's going to eat it pretty well with the Sand Up.
Yeah, Dragon Sabin, thanks for the follow. Kind words only as well. Thank you so much for the follow. Please check out our Discord if you want to take part in our Monday night VGC Friendlies, as that is how you can participate on stream like we are doing right now.
Yeah, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the battle. These are two of our casters, for those of you that are new. These are actually people that you'll see on screen commentating battles, and they're going head-to-head here. All right, Gems. There's Tiki throwing out the Dynamax Rotom. Let's reset the weather. Let's get the rain going.
Yeah, so that the fact that Gemma is going to outspeed here with both of her Pokemon might fare well for her, as she could potentially get a target off into the Rotom and do some big damage. So we do see the Rockfall come out, gonna target down the Rotom. Gonna do about 60%, which is pretty good. And we are gonna see the Berry come out from Chase, which is gonna get some healers up. Looks like about 49%, just under half. Max Geyser comes out, likely targeting down that, actually targeting down Gengar, surprisingly.
Okay. Well, he does take down one. Perhaps the Mach Punch into the Terrakion can be enough, or at least we've got the weather change and the special defense will not be boosted from the sandstorm any longer. And now comes out Gemma's last Pokemon with the Amoonguss. So both featuring the Amoonguss here. All right, what do you think is the advantage here with Rotom being Dynamax, but 2 full health Pokemon on Gemma's side versus the half health Pokemon on Tiki's side?
Well, I think the question here is whether Chase is going to be able to take out the Amoonguss in this turn. I don't think that he's able to, but the fact is, if he's not able to, then Gemma's free to just get a Rock Slide off, which probably can't straight knock out the Rotom Wash. It'll get it down pretty low, and there's no berry left to eat for the Rotom, but I think the Amoonguss here having the Rage Powder is huge for Gemma.
Yeah, making a safe protection for the close combat coming out from Terrakion, and it's enough to take down the Rotom.
Enough to take it down.
Oh,
wow! So great play there from Gems. I mean, that is a 120 base power. I would have expected the Rock Slide there, targeting down both players, but we are going to see the Ice Punch come in from the Conkeldurr. Going to get it down to its berry, getting it back up to around 50%. Looks like just above it. Burn damage going to come off from the Conkeldurr, and it looks like it's going to be 2v1 from here.
Yeah.
Very good playing. So, Dragon Sabin, real quick. I just want to note, you said you're dumb to VGC and competitive play, you hope to learn. That is something that we do in our Discord. If you need some help with the team, if you need some help with a Pokemon, if you need some help in any way, our community is very friendly and very good with that kind of stuff, as we love to help you as much as we possibly can. So please come check us out and come join the community, as we are here to help everybody get better.
Yeah, excellent. Come here to learn. Even if you're just watching for fun, you will definitely pick up some new stuff along the way. We see Chase throwing in the forfeit, so he's going to save some information potentially on the Conkeldurr's last couple of moves, and move on to the second battle here. And just as someone who's been a part of ATX and not a lot of VGC for a long time, I've learned a lot being here from the casters and as well as the community, and it has been a great place for me to brush up on new stuff. And as we move into Series 6, I think we're all going to learn some new stuff about Pokemon that we haven't seen used quite often, especially with the 16 or 17 going.
Yeah, so very fun game one there from our two commentators here. That was a pretty close one, I'd say. I mean, it came down to the Conkeldurr versus the Amoonguss and Terrakion. I think that Gemma's best play is probably to just stick with her game plan, potentially, and lead with that Alolan Persian and the Gengar. The question is, how does Chase come back from that? How does he work around that?
Yeah, I like this lead that Gemma's thought up with the Gengar and the Persian. They seem to play pretty well together, even though they're not real threatening offensive Pokemon, but they can pull out enough damage and eat some damage, or at least put in some damage reduction. Some tricky stuff she's got to lead.
Yeah.
I love that the cards match as well for this. Seeing that Cramorant bot in the background. What a goofy card. Okay.
All right, so from Chase here, we are going to see the Gengar Rotom lead, switching it up just a little bit, as before I think we saw Conkeldurr instead of the Rotom.
All right, and we see Yeah, so the love ball from Chase's Gengar, I love that little nice touch on the aesthetic. Rotom and the repeat ball, which is a rather rare ball to see. And it looks like Gemma's thinking over her moves, but I think a real good call would to predict some kind of switch in, or at least go for the Icy when to get some speed reduction against the opposing Gengar, maybe play a little bit safer around the potential speed tie from Chase's Gengar. And probably going to see a taunt come out again from the Persian, and we see a Rotom switch out. Maybe no Trick Room coming up, but Bisharp comes out. The shiny Bisharp, oh, such a great shiny.
Really cool.
Chase, if you've caught that, props to you. That is a great shiny to have.
Wow, and we do see the Sludge Bomb coming from Chase's Gengar, and we do see that it outspeeds Gemma's Gengar this time around, so we do know that Game 1 it was a speed tie, so Icy Wind was the play in Game 1. We do also see that Chase potentially may have baited the Sludge Bomb coming out from the Gengar into the Rotom Wash slot, bringing that Bisharp in and wasting turn 1 for Gengar. Also, if she Icy Winded turn 1 there, that would have also been that would have been also big favor for the Bisharp as well.
Wow, what a great switch in, playing 2 advantages against in one switch in from Gemma's potential attacks on her Gengar. But reading through the taunt and getting the poison is pretty clutch for Chase with his Gengar. You see the Bisharp maybe looking to take in some reads, go for the protect, and then dropping out the foul play into the opposing Gengar like we saw last game with no Will-O-Wisp going into Bisharp.
Really smart play from Chase there, as he's just going to go ahead and protect that Bisharp turn 1, which would, to me, that's really, really smart, because if I am Gemma, I'm predicting a Sucker Punch coming from the Bisharp, and that protect prevents the Will-O-Wisp from going in there, and that Sucker Punch wouldn't have done anything anyway. So we do see the Terrakion come out for Gemma, which is going to put a lot of pressure into that Bisharp, into that Gengar as well, as it could just Rock Slide.
Yeah, and I love that both of these players are taking their time preserving their Dynamaxes, as opposed to the first couple of battles this evening where we saw Dynamaxes coming out pretty strong pretty early. But we're featuring a couple different play styles from Gemma and Chase here tonight.
Yeah, so do you think Gemma just maxes and goes for the Max Knuckle into the Bisharp, as she's fairly free to do that? Or does she Rock Slide and try to do some chip into the Gengar, as I'm not sure what this... I mean, this Bisharp could max and Steel Spike into the Terrakion.
I would think that the Bisharp is definitely the most threatening thing on Chase's side of the field right now, as we see the Icy Wind spam coming out. Iron Head coming down, and it's enough to take down Terrakion. That's crazy. Whoa, I did not anticipate that. Bisharp is strong. We do see the Life Orb, so that's useful information to know. Bisharp is packing a punch and losing a little bit of its health, and the Will-O-Wisp does connect, and we're going to see a little bit of attack reduction onto the Bisharp, but a little too late as Terrakion is gone.
Yeah, and we see that taunt wear off for Chase's Gengar there as well. And we know that Gemma's Gengar at this point is fairly slow. I think it's at -2 at this point.
Yeah, would love to see what the drops are, but I believe both Icy Winds connect, and there's been 2, and looks like Gemma, no one's Dynamax. We're ready to see. Rotom's got the best advantage here with the full health bar on Gemma's side, but Chase is still holding on to his. Looks like he might even save it for the final Pokemon, his 4th Pokemon.
Oh, and we
especially with
see the Beast Ball coming out into the Dynamax, getting a large, going into that Rotom Wash. Very big washing machine.
Perfect color scheme.
I could have used that washing machine yesterday when I was doing my laundry, because I waited until last minute and I threw all my clothes in there. So we do see the most toxic move in Pokemon coming out from that Gengar. It's going to be the Ally Switch. And the Sludge Bomb coming into that Gengar, going to do some chip damage, does about 20 to 30 HP. Assurance comes into the Rotom, going to do about the same. And we're going to see the Max Lightning come from the Rotom Wash going into the Bisharp. Is it enough to KO? And it is.
Yeah, That was a great ally switch, holding on to that until game 2 to make it come in clutch when she needed it. Sludge Bomb is 4 times resisted by Gengar as Poison Ghost, so that was the best damage you could possibly take from Gemma's side this turn, and Rotom just cooked that steal. Sorry, Chase. And we do see the opposing Rotom come out. So we're gonna, I believe the best Pokemon for Chase the Dynamax is Rotom. So we're gonna have 2 giant washing machines. Where is a dryer when you need one? We've got double the water, but nothing to dry these clothes out. Oh man. And double Gengar.
Oddly enough, we have a very similar mirror match here, as both of the Gengars are in yellow and both of the Rotoms are very healthy. The difference is Chase still has all of his max turns left, does not opt to max his Rotom here, and the ally switch coming from Gemma again, as we can see how toxic that move can be. You just want to click it, and it doesn't do anything this time around as Chase uses a spread move, doing a little bit of chip damage off into both of Gemma's Pokemon here and lowering their speed at the same time. Max Lightning comes out into the Rotom through the Protect, not going to do a whole lot, but does more than I expected with that terrain up, and it is a crit.
The crit. The crit. That may matter. Oh man, hate to see that. Through the Protect though, that's the ideal turn to take a crit, is when you got the Protect, reduce damage on the Dynamax move. And Chase making the safe call with the Icy Wind. You don't know where the Rotom will be in the next turn. Sludge Bomb could not possibly have killed that Gengar at all, leaving it on the turn for another turn. So Icy Wind definitely seemed like the most advantageous to get the speed drop for Chase there.
And we do see Chase in the chat saying friends should not click ally switch against friends, and honestly, Chase, I think I agree with you here. That is terrible. I thought we were friends. That's almost similar as promising not to bring Milotic and bringing it instead with the Hypnosis and Coil. we see Chase firing back. Friendship build teams. That's true. You did help Gemma build this team, I believe. So we do see Chase finally go for his Dynamax here with the Rotom Wash. Gonna be another Icy Wind coming from Chase, and it is gonna be enough to take out the Gengar, as he is clearly horrified to see another ally switch. Max Lightning coming from Chase into Gemma's Rotom Wash. Gonna do probably about 40 to 50 HP, which is honestly less than I expected. Gemma is dealing big damage, getting Chases down into the red, gonna get that berry proc, so I think it is still anybody's game here. I think it just kind of depends on whether Chase comes down to a crit. Does Chase have one more Pokemon?
No, these are Chase's final 2. The Bisharp went down, and the other lead went down. No, we saw the Rotom, I believe. Hold on, I can't see the Pokeballs. I see Gemma, I know Gemma, but I can't see Chase's Pokeballs. Anyways, so the berry could be just enough health recovered. The 2v1 it is in Chase's favor, plus the speed reduction. This Rotom is not going to have much to say about a max move coming in. Ideally, the Protect is a safe call. And we see Gemma going for throwing in the towel. Gonna take it to game 3.
Yeah. So very competitive game 2 there from these players, as that was very back and forth. I love the Icy Wind plays. Oh, it was, okay.
Yep. All right. And so with Chase taking that one, we move into game 3. Hopefully we get some changes in the leads, although both players have piloted their leads really well and drawing out the battle, saving their Dynamax moves. Like, kudos to y'all for that. Definitely impressive play with your leads holding on there. I'm really curious to see the Arcanine come out. Neither player has brought that yet, and everything else has been on the field, but it seems like fire types are not the ideal move against these teams with the Rotom Wash.
Yeah, I mean, I think Gemma might favor the Arcanine more than Chase would, just because of that Bisharp, but also she could just go ahead and do the Will-O-Wisp stuff with the Gengar as well.
Maybe we need to make a promise that we can't spam ally switch. Make a gentleman's agreement, 1 ally switch per battle, kind of like the melodic agreement, no coil hypnosis, but the ally switch spam is just head games. You know it's just head games, and it's so frustrating. It's a coin flip, but we all have to deal with it.
We all have to deal with it, unfortunately. Yeah, so pretty interesting to see how both players adjust here, as they both have one game in hand. Comes down to game 3 here, and the only difference between the trainer cards here is the rainbow on Gemma's card. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
Okay, let's see. We've got Chase going for a little more offensively this time with the Gengar Rotom.
Mm-hmm.
And Gemma's holding on strong to her leads with the Gengar Persian, but they have switched sides, and now these Gengars are shaking tail, facing each other, staring each other down. Which Gengar will prevail?
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that Gemma switched her Pokemon side here, as the two Gengars are going to look each other straight in the eyes with that creepy smile that they have on their face, and that eyes pointing downwards, like they are just ready to target down the opposing Pokemon. I would suggest, or I would expect to see an Icy Wind coming from Gemma's side here, potentially even Chase's side as well. We do see the taunt come out from the Persian, targeting down actually that Rotom Wash there. Gengar is going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, and Rotom Wash is going to dodge it. Nasty Plot does not go off, and maybe that taunt was targeting down the wrong Pokemon now, as we see the Gengar go for Trick Room, which is pretty interesting.
Yeah, not sure how much of a speed advantage he has. I guess the Rotom is by far the slowest thing on the field right now, but looks like Gemma has a Pokemon that could definitely thrive in the slower game set that we have now. But the Nasty Plot holding that off with the taunt might have also been a really safe call. Just eat the Trick Room, accept that it's going to happen, but miss the Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, one thing I would like to say about the Trick Room is we could potentially see Conkeldurr coming in here, and we do, that definitely thrives under the Trick Room. So we see Thunderbolt coming out, going into the fur-coated Alolan Persian, gonna do over 50%, and that Foul Play going into that switched in Conkeldurr, doing probably about 20% at the most. That burn, Flame Ward coming out into the Conkeldurr, getting that burn off. Yeah, so what do these players do from here?
Man, I think Chase is free to go for a fighting type attack. The safe call would be the Ice Punch into the Amoonguss. You know that Rage Powder, we've seen it already. It's Conkeldurr's best move with Amoonguss on the field right now. You just want to press Mach Punch against that Persian and get rid of it, but Gengar is also in the back, and pressing a fighting type move on a switch-in could also be really, really risky. We see the Rotom going out, maybe going to reset, hope to get a Nasty Plot off later, plotting for its next return to the field. Gengar coming back out, and the Gengars are facing each other again. I love it. I love it. You two, are y'all doing this on purpose? Are y'all doing this on purpose? Yeah. No, we know they're not talking, but it is still fun to see.
All right, so we are going to see a Dynamax coming from Chase's Pennywise. I'm sorry, I mean Conkeldurr here.
We're not at Halloween yet, but it is a creepy Pokemon on the field right now.
So the Spore comes out, targeting down that Gengar, going to put it to sleep. Max Hailstorm comes out, likely targeting down that Amoonguss, and it does, and it is going to do more than enough to get the knockout, it appears, as we're going to see Amoonguss get cleared from the field.
Surely, Amoonguss is going. Yeah, getting the Hail set up, breaking up I don't think anyone's running Focus Sash, but the chip damage will be nice into all of the Pokemon here. Gengar is sleeping, so Gemma did take advantage of the trick room with the Amoonguss, just enough to put little Gengar to sleep, but it's still smiling and in sleep. Do you sleep and smile, Chase? Or Nibs?
I think sometimes I do. Not very often, but I'm sure it happens.
All right, and now we got Alolan Persian making his return to the field. With the Trick Room up, Conkeldurr has got so much freedom. Just going to start swinging those conks around. Probably going to see one of Gemma's Pokemon have to take the hit. And do you think Chase will leave the sleepy Gengar on the field just for the meme?
I don't think he has any reason not to. I do know that the Conkeldurr does hit things very super effectively here. If he can just get rid of Gemma's Gengar, as we do see Chase's Gengar go out and the Bisharp come in, I know that this Conkeldurr is very scary for Gemma at this point. And we do see the Max Hailstorm going into the Persian, predicting...
No shenanigans.
Predicting, according to Chase in the chat, the ally switch potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. Safe call. Can't risk the fighting being neutralized by the ghost type attack. And so Hailstorm coming back out. The Bisharp on the field. Gengar did not take any turns of sleep from Tiki. And Santaco's commenting on the sleep animation for Gengar is hilarious. And indeed it is. All right, Terrakion is here. Terrakion is threatening. We've got the double fighting on the field. So I believe we still have an advantage with the Trick Room up. I believe it's one or two more turns left on Trick Room.
Yeah, I think there's definitely at least one turn left, which I think is enough for Chase here, as he's free to really kind of maybe target down that Gengar, maybe predict the ally switch. If he correctly predicts the ally switch and has enough damage to knock out the Gengar, then he's free to just use the Mach Punch on the next turn if he does have that into the Terrakion.
Yeah, and the timer ball. Yep, that's the Terrakion. No surprise. Believe. That's second Dynamax for Gemma, for Terrakion.
And the Max Guard comes out from the Terrakion here. So Gemma does not go for the ally switch. She does go for the ally switch and the Max Guard as well, which is kind of surprising. So the Hailstorm does come out, targeting down the Terrakion.
Chase is not appreciating the ally switch.
This is all his fault, as Gemma did reveal earlier that Chase built the team for Gemma to play in the women's tournament, and now it is being used against him, and we see the mass ally switch coming out from Gemma. And we do see the dimensions have twisted around, so that was the last turn of Trick Room there.
Yeah, real effective use of the Max Guard ally switch. She didn't take any damage other than the residual hail. The Trick Room is gone, and now she's back with a lot of momentum on her side of the field. The speeds have changed, but Conkeldurr still has some priority, I would imagine. We haven't seen the Mach Punch yet, but you gotta know it's back there. We've only seen a couple moves so far. And the Detect. Don't forget, we do have Detect on the Conkeldurr.
Yeah, so as we see, Santaco's in the chat. It is after hours now, as we did see the senior junior battle was earlier, so we got to assume that they're sleeping now, right? So for every time you see an ally switch, take a drink. and we do see the Will-O-Wisp coming out from the Gengar into the Bisharp, potentially going to allow this Terrakion to survive. The Rockfall comes out into the Conkeldurr slot. I didn't see how much damage that did, but it didn't look like it did a whole lot through that protect.
No. Conkeldurr took just a little bit. I don't even know if that was 10. You see the Assurance coming out from the Bisharp, taking down the Gengar. That's a big hit. Oh, with the crit. Yeah. Definitely going to take that KO. I would guess that it didn't matter. Bisharp has a lot of attack, and Gengar is frail, but it could have made a difference. We've got the double burn for Chase's Pokemon, and Terrakion is standing alone, I believe.
Yeah, so I think Gemma kind of has to go for this Conkeldurr here.
She's got... Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
I think she has to target down this Conkeldurr here and then kind of pray that this Bisharp can't two-shot or get any crits. I can't really see the Pokeballs at the top of the screen there.
So Chase has all 4 of his Mons. Gengar is asleep. Rotom is full health. So... got a lot to work through, Gemma, but you do have your Dynamax with one more turn left of it.
Yeah, so hopefully Gemma...
Spamming Rock Slide.
Yeah, so there it is. We're going to see the Max Rockfall coming from the Gengar, probably targeting down that Conkeldurr, and it's going to be enough to take out that Gengar, which I think might actually be good for Chase, as now he doesn't have to worry about a sleeping Pokemon, and he does get a free switch in to the Conkeldurr once again. If he has the Mach Punch, it's going to do a lot of damage, and he's going to be able to go ahead and get a super effective Iron Head, although it is burned from the Bisharp. Oh, and we do actually see the Rotom Wash come in.
Yeah, Rotom's full health, no status effect on it, so a good option. Throw it out. It's healthy. It has the type advantage against the Terrakion. Terrakion's still the fastest thing here, but it's gonna make. I think it puts Gemma in a position where she doesn't want to click close combat right away, and Rock Slide is perhaps the move that she's stuck going for.
Yeah, so nothing, no Sucker Punch or anything coming from. You don't want to see that because of a Justified, but we do see the Rock Slide come out. Iron Head comes back out, and it is going to just get the clean KO. Super effective. We don't see a crit, so even through that burn, that's going to be enough to get the knockout. So very awesome matchup there between Chase and Gemma, a team that Chase built and a team that Gemma have, as we've seen, pilot almost to perfection. I mean, she has played incredibly well with this team, and it has been very fun to watch. Will, do you have any thoughts on that before we cut?
Yeah, we saw some pretty great plays from both teams and their different Pokemon, different Dynamax, different switches, but still loving the mirror match with the Gengar. I hope we get a clip of that later on with the sleepy time as well. GG's,
Very
YouTube.
cool. Yeah, great playing from the both of you guys. I believe they will be commentating the next game.
Yep, that's true. You and I are out of here.
All right, so I will be battling against Bats in this final matchup here. So stick around to see me and Bat play, as we will see Chase, Tiki, and Gems commentating. We'll be right back, guys.
Hey, you like that video? We think you should check this out, and YouTube thinks you should check this one out. And be sure to subscribe for more content.